Hello, are we good? And yes, it wasn't just us having power outages. There were lots of power outages reported in the area where I live, in Plymouth as well, some, which... so it was just... It was just coincidence. Or it was all part of a grand plan to disrupt the multiplayer stream. I don't know which one I believe yet. So, hello Kangafango. I'll bust through. 916. Wait a minute. What happened to the other 915 Albustros? What happened to them? Are they living good, healthy lives somewhere in the countryside, or have they been shipped to Mars? There's no sense denying it. Lots of outages where I live. In Painton as well? Interesting. I slayed them all for my title. Yeah. I mean, I get that you can't confirm openly that they've been sent to Mars, but to actually lie about it, come on. Right, so last time built this bit here, so building streets, this that you can see. So what I want to do today is I want to first of all finish the front. So put buildings from here to here, and then I want to do the little intersections behind here and put a few rough buildings back there to try to get this side of the tracks to look how I want it to, and then we can focus our attention over on this side of things. That reminds me of, oh yeah, well if you're so great, what happened to the other 15 chapels, huh? Gotcha there. The Sistine Chapel, the 16th chapel. Yacawana, 1993. Same year that Jurassic Park came out. Right, so one thing I do quickly want to do is I want to make these fixed height to try to actually one second, because the big ramp up to the crossing didn't look very good. So what I want to do is very, very slightly increase the terrain height here. If it works, just a little bit. Right. And then raise these splines up a little. Just so that it hopefully looks a little bit nicer. Also, that should be straightened. This isn't going to take long. In fact, it will only take a short amount of time. Well, I say in fact, in hope. In hope it will only take a short amount of time. But that doesn't sound as good. Although, you can see it through there, which isn't great. Maybe I could just delete that little bit there, and then move that over to here, and then move that over to there. And then raise that up slightly. Right. Height that up a bit. Then I'll move this over this way. Just like so. And then we can do the same thing over here. Only with this one, it's going to be a little bit easier, I think. Yeah, just need to add like 2 more spline points in there. Although is that all that work really doing making much of a difference? I guess that does look a bit better, yeah. Okay, so just sort of like that. And over on this side of things, I mean, it's almost right as it is. There we go. I think that looks much better. Now we don't have as big of a, as big of a gap for vehicles to drive up. Well, this does need to be moved in slightly. There we are. That looks much more reasonable. Right. What did you do to the other 915 thing? Poor omnideckers. Aw. I missed them all. How many does B&H still have? Many? Less than 10. Hello, Sharaf Khan. You catch us at a stream that actually works, as opposed to the previous one, where it was plagued with power outages, computer crashes, the game not working anymore because it's an older version, and indexing and that sort of stuff. So first thing I want to do is move these assets over there, just so that they're not in the way when I build stuff here. Okay, and this is a reminder for the museum, so I'll quickly replace this down over here. Somewhere. Where did I have the building for the museum? Was it? Oh, it was further back. So I'll just quickly place that there as a reminder. Huh. I placed those two right inside each other. Interesting. And there's one in here as well. Come, get out of... You can't hide in the building. Try as you might. Like 3 NN4s and 5 N270s or something like that. Yes. This kind of rambling around the depots as they're not meant to be the first ones sent out. Huh, I see. They still find a way though. Man, what the hell going on with the power up there? Well, power outages in my area. Right, buildings. I want a transition from those buildings over here to these buildings over here, and I think we've already done quite well so far. I think maybe if we have the transition take place in this block, like mostly, and then we can have these JR downtown assets take up this block as well. I think that would work. Although, I don't like how that's jutting out, but maybe I can find a different, better asset for the corner. Yeah, I don't really want the low ones, because the low ones, I'd need to put a lot of buildings behind them to fill out the scene. Right. But I think this area is coming along very nicely. It's turning out pretty much how I had envisioned it way back when I started the route. So that's good. It means that my skill at route building has matched my imagination of route building, so that means I can actually achieve the things that I want. I wonder, should we have, because the road's going down this way, should we have one type of building stepping down, emphasizing the slope, or should we have multiple different buildings to try to hide the slope? Let's try emphasizing it first. Although I'd want something, maybe like this. Something that's somewhat narrow, and so we've got lots of little steps. That's rotated 336. Okay. Could have copied and pasted the modern art over, but yeah, I just wanted to have the asset over there, so I don't forget that I wanted to place it down. Okay, I'm just putting it down far enough so that the little concrete slab that comes with it, or asphalt slab that comes with it, is on the corner of it is level with the road. Hold on, is this stream kind of flipping out for anybody else? Or is that just the replay over on my side? Like, if I rotate the camera, is it like... Is it working normally, or is it like on my side it's like jumping back and forth, like going like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and is that okay? Or are we good? Apparently there was a storm, just not where we are. Ah. Well, then the power companies should produce the power here, not wherever they're producing it. I think it's all fixed now. Storm Eunice. I wonder, was that a reference to What's Up, Doc? Probably not, but it might be. Right, now this little area here, do I just move all the buildings over, or do I fill it in? Well, I guess that depends on what it looks like if I try to fill it in. One moment. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Look, it's just another 2 rows of windows. Actually, that fits really quite nicely. Even from the top, look, it doesn't even flicker because it's on a hill. Yeah, I like that. That looks nice. Right, I remember Eunice. Vote narrow buildings. Vote narrow buildings. I did use narrow buildings. Streams. Tickety. Boo. Ear. Okay, hold on. I've got to try to decipher that. So, tickety meaning similar to tickets, it's like tickets, and then boo meaning to scare someone. So it's like tickets scaring someone. So either it's like a parking ticket or something like that, like an offense, like you get a ticket for an offense, or it's because you realize that you don't have a ticket when you're supposed to show it or to use it. Maybe you've lost it. So tickety boo, and then ear. Now, I know that it's spelled like here, only without the H, but I think that's just a ploy. I think what you actually mean is ear as in the organ, the ear. So, so ear, like listening, sound. So, what does sound have to do with those kind of tickets? So, you're scared because of a ticket, or lack thereof, and then you scream. That's what the sound is. So, I think, or maybe it's cursing, like swearing. Because if you're, and then it would make more sense to be like a ticket, like as in the offense. Because that's more likely to shock you. Because if you've lost your ticket, then you think, oh, was my ticket here? Maybe it's in the other pocket. Maybe it's in the other pocket, and it slowly dawns on you that you've actually lost it. But with like an offense ticket, that's the sudden thing. So I think that is it. Which means that in answer to my question of whether the stream's okay, you've put the likeness of being scared by getting a ticket offense. Now, I wonder, how does that have any sort of, make any sort of sense given the context of what we're doing here? Because there's not any sort of offense for having a stream that's kind of bugging out a bit. Unless you mean that it's like a crime to a crime to your perception because it's so irritating, and that's why it's like you're giving the stream a ticket for not working, and the stream is scared by it. So I guess the stream isn't working then, according to you. Interesting. Well, there's nothing much I can do about that now, so I guess I'll just have to continue streaming. This looks quite nice over here, maybe as a transitional building, especially since I think, yeah, it's got windows on the side as well. Stream is happy here, and head office. Just looks like stutter. So, VGR, is the stream okay for you as well, or is it stuttering? Was What's Up Doc's Eunice spelled as Eunice too? I don't know, but it was pronounced Eunice. I think, do we want any sort of special building in that corner there? Because we've had these GR downtown buildings. From here, we just look back this way. Yes, no, we've got lower end distance, but still. Look back this way. It's basically just a row of buildings. Although, maybe we could have a small park. Although, given how close this is to the countryside, I'm not sure that they'd really put a park here, even if it would fit scenery-wise. No, I don't think this would be a good spot for one. No. if anything, they'd put it over here, more central into the city. I would have thought. Bites out of error. What's up, Doc? Don't think I ever saw the name from that movie spelled out. Are you sure about that? Because in the scene where they have the dinner party, don't they have... Yeah, they've got the labels where Streisand's character puts Eunice's label on and then comes in. And then isn't she wearing the label, or is it the last name only? It might not be the first name, but I thought it was the first name. These buildings are nice. You can attach them like this, and then it looks like one big building with one entrance up here. Also, by the way, before I forget, one moment. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, I'll read chat first and then I'll post it. Wabbit, I can sense your hairy presence nearby. Stare a second after. Basically, the stream's fine. Varman, are we gonna blow you to smithereens? No! Ear. I say. Now, what is the rickety farmyard? What in the rickety farmyard do you think you're doing? A crime to the sanity of humankind. It is working. Purring babies. Aww. Transforms to canine. You're feeding the owls prunes? I didn't know they liked prunes. Oh. Pruning babies. That's fine. Ah, good. Agreed. For some reason I thought What's Up Doc's Eunice was spelled as Eunice. I don't know. You can look it up on IMDb. Not really thought about it recently. Probably just never paid attention to that. What are you going on about, Kango? I'm just helping Meletta clean the old down lawyer from her babies. Oh. Also, Kango. This will not mean anything to people who are not who do not know about our previous conversation. Okay. Also, I think I'm going to have a little like back courtyard thing here, area here, just because I like the idea of this being a little bit more open, not just a continuous wall of houses. Yeah, and then we can put a little bit more detailing back there as well. Dumpsters. Right. Ah, there was. Was meant to be in the foregone Leghorn boys. I say, now, what in the rickety farmyard do you think you're doing? Yeah. Oh, right. That means a lot to me. Well, it might mean a lot to you, but not the same lot that it would mean to others. Right, so now, let's have a look. Actually, hold on. One moment. Right. I want to quickly place a few buildings back here, just so that I can tell how far around the corner you can actually look. Okay, so coming along here, you look back that way. Yeah, you can't see that far with this length of road. So if we just have a few buildings along there with the intersection, that should be fine. Okay, so let's just very quickly make an intersection here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Also, I might not bother with the white lines on this one. Yeah, so just something like that, and then I need to paint it quickly. A little bit of a bigger brush. Not that big of a brush. Okay, now how does that look from here? Can you tell that there aren't... Yeah, you can kind of tell that there aren't white lines there, because the white lines do actually add quite a bit of contrast. So I will very quickly add these. It'll only take a few seconds. So Kanga, are you looking forward to this coming Saturday? Also, you can kind of tell that. Oh, okay. I might as well put a little bit of detail in on this side of the intersection that you can actually see a bit better. Of course. Good. Doesn't have to be spaced out perfectly or anything like that. That's good. Yeah, that's plenty. You can kind of still see that the markings are there, which is pretty much all I needed. Everything will hopefully work for once. Yes. So, perfect. No version conflicts, no power outages, no crashes, everything should be tickety-boo. Perfect. I mean, if you define these terms before using them, then feel free to use them. No power. Outages. Yeah, I did read outages. I just didn't read it out loud, apparently. Because I wanted to read it quickly as to not use up too much stream time. Might as well remove the sidewalk for a little bit here. No, we're not playing City Skylines yet. Okay. Yeah, because that does add quite a bit. Actually having the little way in there. Time is money! Yeah. Do your best Omnidecker impression. Little challenge. Oh, hello, little challenge. Welcome to the stream. How are things? These streams will be archived on YouTube, by the way. Probably tomorrow, or maybe even tonight. Who knows? But probably tomorrow. Let's try these buildings. I know they're industry buildings, but they might fit quite nicely back here. Although I might want something a bit taller than these ones. Even though color-wise I think it fits quite nicely. Gives a bit more contrast. What would it look like if I just had this object behind, like so? Right. I think that looks pretty good. If you imagine like this, looking back that way. Yeah, you've got that row there, and you've got the low detail buildings in the background. I think that looks quite nice. Although I don't want to have these buildings all along here, because if I do have these buildings all along here, even if I did have more variety than just this one block, I'm just going to use this one block for now, although I do think there are different versions of it. Right. I think it might easily look as though you've got these tall buildings on the sides, and then like a corridor of lower buildings, then the tracks, then another corridor of lower buildings, and then tall buildings on that side. And I don't think that would look too good. Maybe I can use a couple of these, like maybe back there again, but I do need something a little bit lower over here. N270, N94, that changes it a lot. N94. I don't know. Automods had some message, put it up for moderation. Why? I don't know. I don't know. That is it. Idle. Wow. Or woo. Whichever one you choose to read that as. Right. Maybe a few more of these industrial, but no, not that one. I don't know. Maybe that one. That's a bit too low. Well, maybe here. Actually, yeah, that fits quite nicely in here. Looking down that way. Though I will admit, it kind of sounds like an up to Olympus, the Scania ones. Okay, let's... Actually, I need to put the buildings in first, so then I know how far back I need to put the road. Right. It'd be nice if you had like a way to randomly select an object out of a range. Okay, that actually fits quite nicely. Yeah, that looks quite good. Just like that. Although it needs to be extended down this way probably a little bit more. Yeah, this looks great. Thank you. So Kango, how are your projects going then? Some of them. I heard that you may have released some repaints on Trainz recently. Some sterling repaints, I must say. Nope, that's not the right texture. Albasser, would you rather be a paintbrush or a paint bucket? Yes, finally done. I'm assuming you mean the owl. Brush for sure. Fictional British Railways ones. Yes. Elegant curve motion. Yes, but what if someone tried to brush against the stroke? For EDH6's Sterling 8-wood single. Lovely. Babies have all been placed in their nest alongside them. I'm heading to bed. See you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. For now. Bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by anyway. Also, thanks for showing up for the OpenTTD stream, even though due to technical difficulties it didn't actually end up happening much. It was kind and actually made BR number plates and shed plate meshes for them. It improves them a lot. Lovely. Is that too low? Yeah, that is much too low. Hold on, I'll quickly go over here and see what sort of buildings I used in the background over here. Apparently none. Interesting. I had not foreseen this. Hold on. Ah, there we go. These assets might work. Or maybe some of these ones. Although, no, these ones are much too low. Would have to be some of these ones, probably. Well, maybe not that specific one. It would have to go through continuously. Yes, like that. And that looks good-ish. Well, maybe this side looks a bit better. Yeah, that looks better. Ones I've done in order of oldest to newest are BR Express Blue, BR Green, BR Ultramarine Blue, and BR Lined Black for all Splasher Dome variants, and for the tenders, 3 each for BR Early Crest, Late Crest, and Lettered. Custom cabs too, of course. But yeah. Lovely. I've only had a route on which to use them. Shyness, Ansley Island, Master Dales. Those aren't finished, and they're also mine. They're mine, I tell you, mine, not mine. Okay, that fits quite nicely. Although I'm not completely convinced about this object back here. It just looks a bit flat. I thought you said, if only you had a route to use them on. Or did you address that to me? No, I said if only you had a route to use them on, not if only I had a route to use them on. I said you. Ah. Ooh, that one might look a bit better over here. I like how it's kind of got this staged kind of step appearance to it. And you can't look past it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Although, given that it's got shops on one side, maybe I should have it like this. After all, I love a little shop. And you just can't look past it this way, so that's good. Apologies. Albastro 916, would you rather be a broom or the door to a broom closet? Little shop, yeah. I mean, it depends. If you're a broom, then there's always a chance that you might be enchanted to be able to fly. If you're the door to a broom closet, then the chances of that happening are significantly lower. True. I'm glad you agree. Okay, let's grab some of that brighter kind of gravelly texture. This one specifically. You never told me your broom was enchanted. Actually, before that, the broom. I like the power of brushing something under the carpet. Also, are the streets wide enough? Yes. Who says I can't fly already? True. You never told me your broom was enchanted. The roads are wide enough, definitely. Yeah, if I just get a pickup or something. Look. Even if you've got a car parked entirely on the road, you can easily have another one pass there. It's like twice as wide as a 2-lane road would be in the UK. Double toilet troll. Toil and troll. So, stream title. Yes, Trainz stream it would appear to be. Oh yeah, they're wide, shared eyes. I did not realize they were that wide. Well, I mean, if you don't realize these things, I mean, I can't really do much about that. Yeah, it's. There we go. That fits quite nicely in there. Hiding the other building in this building actually works quite nicely. It's like, where's the building? Where is it? Where have you hidden it? Nowhere, nowhere. Don't look in that other building. Ah, so you've hidden the building in the other building. Clever, but not clever enough. Open that building. We can have a... What do you mean you can't open it? What do you mean it's just a 2D plane? Okay, you appear to have won this time. But next time. Next time. Actually, this one might work better. Old brick firehouse. Yeah, I think that one works a bit better. Although it doesn't have the text on it. Perhaps. Perhaps this does work a bit better. Can I put text onto it with a VR to assign? I could, if I wanted to. But I don't really want to spend that much time on this particular detail. Right. Your Penzance Fire Department? Huh, yes. Of course, what else did you expect? Actually, I think I might wall that off. Probably not that one. No. Yeah, something like that. I thought I had more fire engines than this. Kango, do you think I should use this asset here? Do you think this would fit quite nicely? Maybe? This route? Wouldn't even need to type that out. Could just come and paste it. NPFD. Sorry, I took them. You took what? Yeah, but the fire engines are right, I see. Yeah, but they're not called the fire engine. Search Le France. I'll go to the industrial district. Not that sill again! You always say not that sill again. This one, maybe. It says US classic fire truck. But no, look, it says US classic fire truck. I mean, if the label says US, made... I mean, maybe not necessarily made in the US, but it's a US fire truck nonetheless. Just look at all that detail. It's even got an interior, and it's got the dirt, it's got weathering, it's got all this lovely stuff. I'm so happy to have a US fire truck that is this detailed. This one is detailed too, but that's a bit too new, isn't it? Or do you think that this is old enough? Not old enough? Okay, I guess it's this one then, I guess. No, this one's Ural, that one's not US. Didn't really want to spend this much time on this, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. No. Too new. No, not that thing. Maybe I should use this somewhere. Ah, that one. How about that one? Is this one good enough, do you think? That Ford looks good too. Okay, well, and we can have both of the. No, it ate the other one. Kango, did you see that? It ate the other one. Well, I guess this one's gonna be the one that's gonna stay on the route then. Shame, the other one looked so good, and it even had it was even labeled as a US asset. Aww. Oh well. We're not in the Soviet Union. Of course we're not in the Soviet Union. Which it would have been in Zera. Same thing with that, right? No, that's mislabeled. That's still 130. Mislabeled. I know my truck's better. No, Sharais, stop. Maybe they meant United Soviet? Whatever. It is not United States. Nah, not old enough. That's 80s, I'd say. 90s or so. No, not this one. Just go back to where you placed the fire engine and use those. The fire trucks use those. Where the city starts, near the Fresh Pond Chemicals, just across the pond. Ha ha ha. Bah ha ha. The Ford looks good too. Nom. It was even mislabeled as a US asset. A pity. No, it was correctly labeled as a US asset. Anyway, back to actually finishing this block. Now on this one, I do think we will need some assets on the back there because it is quite low in the front. Okay, that should be that should be enough length. And yes, keyboard shortcuts are very useful in this game, by the way. I know I keep saying that, but it keeps being true. No, N3V, that wasn't a challenge for you to make it no longer true. Please, keep that as being true. I know you've already kind of started making that false with relabeling it to command, even though some of the command keys are already used for stuff, but I don't want you to go any further with that. I think I know what that is. That's the film where all those Soviet fire engines come along the street, isn't it? Only joke's on you. They imported those from the US. Dun dun dun. Code Monkey? Code Monkey, are you here? Hello, if you are. And not hello, if you're not. So just the one. Oh, just the one then. Okay. I knew it was something like that. Bulgarica. Wait, isn't Bulgarica a city in the US? So it is a US truck then. Interesting. Yeah, it is, because I remember Bulgarica is in America. Sitcom laughter, freeze screen, fade to black. I mean, maybe? I don't know. I mean, we could. So yeah, sitcom laughter, and then there we go. Right, so now that we're, yeah, now I'm just going to put some taller buildings over on the side there. Okay. I think those ones would work quite nicely. Actually, no, those ones are the ones I've already placed over on that side, so that won't work. Now, you see, I could put these ones over from this side over onto there, and then rotate these ones the other way, so that they're 90 degrees facing forward. And then I think that could work. Right. Bulgaria, Missouri? I think so, yeah. No, come back. I was joking. Oh, you were joking? Oh, sorry. Right. Yeah. Okay, unfade. Yeah, good. Continue. Keep on fading. Keep on. There we go. Good. Stream has gone a bit monochromatic. Ah, hello. Yeah, I get the joke. Now, please. Right. Greetings, my monochromatic friend. Yeah, I get the reference. I know where that's from. Ooh, that building's quite nice. I might use that over here, although it is a little low. Maybe I can reuse some of these office buildings. Maybe that one, although that's just the stone, the building stone. I think that might actually fit quite nicely back here. Fill in the space a bit. And if it's too tall, I can always move it down a little bit. Although that does not look too tall, that actually fits in perfectly. Now, do we need anything to fill in this little gap? Not necessarily. If we've got some buildings along here, I think that'll work. And since we can actually see through here a little bit, I think I will create a little road back here. Even though you don't really see it, you can kind of look over the building and then spot it. Although I don't know if I'll actually need road markings in there or not. There we go. Yes, you can see that through there, just about. Okay, now I just need a few buildings to fill in this tiny little gap there. No, that's too low. Maybe we can use another one of those building stone ones. Maybe this one. Hold on. Just sort of like that. No, the window's cut off. How about like that? Yes, I like that quite a lot. Okay, now I'll quickly just paint in the area back here. No, we're not hopping across the pond. Although I do think I'll put in some more obvious textures there. A little bit like that. Just so if you do catch a glimpse back here, it doesn't just look empty. It looks like it's actually supposed to look that way. And that actually works. But I just put on my armbands. I mean, you can hop across the puddle if you like. Now just place one more of these buildings sort of here, just to make sure that if you do look this way, you've actually got something to look at back there. Yeah, you can kind of see it back there. Okay, now we just need to put something back here. I think it needs to be another one of those roads that actually carries on behind, because it looks like, yeah, this is going to be quite open. But hey, look at how fast we're making progress on this. Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? I think so, Brain. But where are we gonna get low poly Finder models at this hour? Basically. What if I just keep using these buildings? Is that going to work? What if I use that one? This one. Can I just reuse another one of this? asset. Maybe we can put them into each other. So maybe we can have that one there. And then maybe... Oops. Maybe that one kind of as an entrance way, so that it looks a bit different. Although it does have to be lined up properly. So probably like this. Yeah, that's not lined up properly, hold on. Like that. Yeah, that'll work. That looks quite nice, like there. The same place you get any models, Pinky. Turbo Squid. Where am I going to find a piece of metal? In space. A piece of metal in space at this hour. Ah, look in the orbit of the moon. I hear that there are 2 pieces of metal floating around. One of them you shouldn't touch because one of them is quite happy there. The other one is not that happy and would be quite appreciative if you removed it from that location. At least if my sources are correct. Oh, okay, there we go. It had snapped onto the wrong one before. Okay, I think I will only make it go up to here for now. And then I'll make another separate piece going across this way. Well, I suppose I might as well add that now. Probably up to there. Yeah, see, before we built the industrial district, this is how I had planned to do that whole area as well. But then putting in all of those little spurs and junctions and all of that kind of meant that it was pretty much impossible to build it that way, and I did actually have to detail out the entire volume of that area instead of just detailing besides the track and a little bit inwards. Yeah, Brain, that's brilliant. Oh wait, no. People will see that we've reused other people's assets and will not see any worth in downloading our mind-controlling video game if they realize that we didn't even model the fire engines ourselves, XD. And will not see any worth Ooh, and will not see any worth. Oh, even more severe. One second. One second, I need to... I'll be back in a moment. Be back in a moment. Okay, right, so... Okay, the plan is... So, okay, you're going to sneak up. And then once you've... Hold on, 1 second. Are they... Oh no, they're here, they're here. Quick. Yes, hide, good. Right, so... yes, buildings. No, okay. Yeah. Yes. Right, so I think we should have sort of a little alley going through here, and then maybe wall this section off on the left. I think that might be quite good. So just kind of insert those spline points like this. We've already got a spline point there, so this should work out quite nicely. Every time I see this route, it seems like a new area being worked on. Thank you. You know, this is the last area to actually build, because we're building the city down here. All of this stuff over here is basically feature complete. I do need to update some bits, but this is all feature complete basically. And then down here, at the moment we're detailing up to this station here, and then from this point, all the new scenery we need to do is just over to here or something into the terminus, and that's pretty much it. And then that's the route being essentially finished, aside from updating a few areas, but I might do that off stream because that might be a bit boring. Oh, sorry. Why? Did you get startled by something, Kango? What startled you? Say, please, say, what startled you, Kango? Please, speak to us. That is a little too large. Although, are there different tree cities? Or tricities? Because it says Tree City 11. Oh yeah, look! Oh, I remember these! These were used on the modular city, weren't they? Null. Let's try this one. Yeah, but Tree City 11, even that one doesn't have a description. And I do want to rotate them in an appropriate way. Oh, I remember using these so many years ago. The thing is, it doesn't even look that bad with a shade, or with a shadow on these, because of the way that they're done. I think, at least. Yeah, just look at that, just down there like that, although there might be a few too many. Hold on. Maybe if I have it like that. Because you're going to see it at such a harsh angle. Yeah, I think that's better. Although I need to respace them. Like so. Yeah, much better. Actually, I'm going to save, and I'm going to download the other ones as well, because I want to have a look at to see what they look like. I remember those cab assets were always very nice. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I've got 12, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Only 4, I've already got the newer version. Okay, no warnings, installed from the DLS, nothing faulty, good. Let's have a look. Look at how much, even though it's 2D, look at how much care they put into actually making it look more 3D. Oh yes, I remember that one too. Number 3, yes. This one I didn't use that much because it was all brown and I wanted them to look more saturated. 4 is the one I've just used there. 5. Oh yes, this one also I didn't use that much because it was a little small. 6, lovely. 7. Ah, this one's nice. I could definitely see use for this one. Let's put this one... over here. Maybe. Although this, I mean, if you've got them running alongside the tracks, these speed trees of course look much better. At least in this version of Trainz, they look much more realistic. But just as a little extra detail along there, or maybe like as a tree back there, I do think that looks quite good. Ah yes, this was like a little bit more of a group. And then 11's the one we've got. And 12. Ah, lovely. Coconut palm. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but the color's right at least. The fire engines. I'm getting hallucinations now. It was like they surrounded me. Oh no. That's terrible, Kango. You should... I think you should... You need a... You need a satisfying experience to get rid of those hallucinations. Therefore, I suggest you choose one of your projects, like perhaps Project Frockhop, and then work on it until there's some gameplay done, submit it to some testers, and then tell them to only submit positive feedback, and then get loads of positive feedback, and then feel satisfied, and then the hallucinations will stop. How does that sound? Pure classic acids. Ooh, I remember these. Coconut palm. Yeah, great idea, Trainz. Early positive feedback. Okay, I want a wall asset, but I want one that I think I've used over here before. I'm not sure if it was that one. I don't think it was that one. I think it was a different one. Not the fences. But yeah, it's legitimately a good idea. You mean about the positive feedback, or...? I can't seem to find the wall. Oh well, I guess I'll have to search for it. Or maybe I'll just use the chain link fence. Yeah, chain link fence is probably good. That one's a little low. Yeah, that one should work. Abaster, have you seen Project Frog Up before? Is it one of your games? I think I've looked at the channel a few times. Is it anything like Frogger but in VR? Yeah, it's a game I've started, Abaster. Neither Frogger nor VR. Although I don't really want to put too much detail back here. Just something you can look back and see that there's actually stuff there. Right, now, buildings along here. Maybe I can already use some of these office buildings. Maybe not the one with flowers. Yeah, actually I think that's quite nice. To see that there's some shops back there already. Kind of makes the trees along here look a little bit more realistic as well, I think. Well, maybe I should use this one as a backdrop, but then lower it into the ground slightly, perhaps. So that the buildings aren't as tall. Yeah, just stuff like that. And then I can have some lower buildings in front. How does that look? Actually, that looks quite good. Quite happy with that. Although we do need a singular building that's a little bit taller back there. Well, I suppose I could just take one of these buildings perhaps, and then just raise it up. Not that whole thing. No, I said not that whole thing. This thing, yes. Just raise it up to about that height. Then rotate it. There we go. You're not going to see that it's floating because, well, you're going to be driving the train from over here. And then you can actually see that there's a building back there still. Unless you... Can you see that's floating like this? No, you can't actually. It's just low enough that you can't actually see that it's floating like this. That's really good. Also, I think that if I just lengthen this road, it goes straight a little bit further. I don't think we'll actually need much more in terms of buildings here because we've already got those on the far side. Also, I don't think we'll need much in terms of fancy fancy intersection design here. Although maybe if we've got the white stripes on that. Can you actually see those? Kind of. Also, it looks like we're probably going to have to place some sort of object in front of this tree. Some sort of object. Alastru, do you have any objects you might have to donate to place in front of the gnome? Okay, well, it was worth a question. Maybe a garbage truck. I have loads of objects that would cover this top of the tree here. Right. It's an N64-esque 3D platformer made with Unity. Barely even a game at this point, but I've started it in late 2020. I've got a channel for it on my Discord server. Should people be interested? Yes. And there's a link to a Discord page. I'm not logged in. Okay. There's a link to it. Shadow Dice. Why not the flowers one? I don't want it to be that fancy yet. I want to save that for the more terminus-y area. Too far away from the tracks. I actually did some more on-paper concept art for Project Frog this morning. Got so many characters designs. I have yet to find ideas for those characters. I mean, sometimes the character springs from the character's concept design. I have loads of objects. Donate. To present in front of the gnome? Ha. What? Of course. Where? Name your price. My price is... So this is the money that I give to you, correct? So you want me to say how much money I give to you for you to put the object... Okay, good. I want to say price? Gold mark, please. I'm going to say just negative £2,500. I'm willing to pay that. I'm not paying you for my work. Negative 2.5k is what I'm willing to pay. You accept? Ah, great! I'm so happy. Yeah, I was worried that you were going to try to renegotiate the price, but I think it's great that you're accepting my generous offer. Ah. So are you going to send it via? Are you going to send the object via PDF or via a different format? Now it just kind of looks like with that garbage truck there. It kind of looks like that's like the green behind is like a stink cloud or something like that. Look at that. That is unintentionally hilarious. Hold on. Oops. Oh, that was the wrong object. That's still the wrong object. Hold on. Oh, I think Trainz just crashed. Hold on. I think I saved recently, though. Right. Negative 1.5. Oh, I decline. Too late now. No! Evil sitcom laughter. Evil sitcom laughter. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. PDF. XDDD. Stink Cloud. Stinky the garbage truck. No. No. There was at least one game where that worked. You could transfer negative gold to a character for unlimited money. I wonder what game that was. No! Smelly truck, smelly truck. What are they feeding you? Yes, I thought of that as well. Greetings. Lucent Crown 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 0 1 1. Hello. I'm glad Shazanti didn't get into a forced database rebuild then. Yes, same. That's one thing that went well for today's stream, although it might take 3.5 hours to load. Specifically, it was a 90s dungeon crawler called Mordor. It would appear... So was that actually licensed? Like using the licensed IP? Or was it just... Did it just steal the name and they didn't get sued for some reason? Found on one of the demo CDs you used to get. I remember those demo CDs. The only annoying thing about them was that there was a time limit on the games you could play. and then you just, well, either buy the game or delete the files that it put somewhere to then be able to replay. It will appear that it has been a little while since I last saved. Although assets are still loading, so who knows. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Oh well, now I know what I want to build, so it's not going to take me long to rebuild. Well, assuming that the UI loads in. Clown 4. Come on. There we go. Right, so I had a shops asset here. It wasn't this one. It was one of these ones, I think. Although actually, yeah, I had those assets there. Right. Somewhat annoying. I guess I could watch back the stream to find out what exact objects I had in there, but I don't think that that's necessary. Although I suppose I could. But can you do that though? Can you watch back the stream while you're streaming it? You can do that, yeah. Really? How? Oh, is it in the videos section? Oh, the videos page. Come on. Oh, right, that's not the... 1 second. Oh, actually, that is /Paradise. Why doesn't it show videos thing down here? Odd. Video producer. And then broadcasting, it says, first click on Paradise. Click on Paradise videos. Well, yeah, I'm on the channel, but there is no videos page. Look. Oh, you mean here? Ah, right. And then clicking on there. Ah, okay, I see. Oh, right, I see what I've done now. I see what I've done. 1 second. No, pause, I want you to pause. Okay, so that's what I've done. Good, now I'm going to move this here. Okay, yes, the office building, this one. That's the one I had. Thank you for your help. I will read chat in a bit more detail later. Okay, and then I had some of the shop's assets. Which one was it? Which might have been... No, it wasn't that one. Was it this one? Yes, it was this one. And then we had a different one over here. It wasn't that one, that was the one I just placed. Was it this one? Yes, it was this one. Good. Now, save. Now, I had this in the background, aligned to about there, and lowered down into the ground so that, yeah, so this was just poking out a little bit. So like this, I think. And then I took one of these buildings and put it there, rotated it, hold on, rotated it accordingly, so about like this, and then, 1 second, and raised it up, so that you can just about see it poking above there, but you just can't see that it's floating from here. So I think that was pretty much the height I had. Good, save. Let's play a little bit. Skip forward 10 seconds, skip forward 10 more seconds. Skip forward 10 more seconds. A little bit more forward. Yeah, and then I just built the... What, you can play to... You can click on the thing to play, but you can't click on it to pause. I know I've still got to fill this area in, but I'll do that in a moment. But you can't pause. Can't click on that to pause. Yeah, so this ran straight along here. And this ran pretty much straight along there, but over on the side a little bit more. Yeah, because this was aligned such that it was on the left side. Yeah, about like that. I can move it over to the left a little bit if needed. Actually, I think that is needed because this actually was attached to the building, which means that this needed to be straightened like that, which means that this needs to go over like this. which means that I'll need to move on the temp block layer, I'll need to move this whole thing over to the left to about there. Good. Now lock temp locked. I'll paint underneath and then I'll remove that little bit of sidewalk. A little bit over, like so. Save. I'll recheck once I've gotten back to where I was at. Oh, I did not mean for that to happen. One second. Right. One moment. That's good. Right, I need the truck. Tell you what, I'll put it down here. Rotate it. Then name it. And place it so that it does look like this is kind of like a stink cloud coming out the back. Just like that. There we go. Look at that. And then yeah, it shows up on the map as well. Luckily. So now I'll save, and then I'll rechat. Although, right, I need to put in the markings, like the stop markings on this bit. So, oh, Lord of the Rings based? I'd assume the latter. Things were obscure back then, yeah, so probably just they used the name and didn't get sued. Oh no, Shadows. Could look back on the stream. Yeah, sorry, I'm not going to spend too much time reading this. Yes. Instructions on how to do it. The user icon, that is, don't click the real thing. Oh yeah, yeah. Use these all coming together again. All coming together again. It's a bit like you're crafting a replica of an ancient pot. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Metaphorically crafting a replica of an ancient pot, or crafting a metaphorical replica of an ancient pot, or crafting a replica of a metaphorically ancient pot, or crafting a replica of a metaphorically ancient, or of an ancient metaphorical pot. Which one of those? Yes. Ah, I see. That answers my question. I'd move both building group and road over. Haha, the road getting narrow makes it look like it's getting further into distance than it actually is. True. I didn't intend for that to be the case, but it's true. Accurate, exactly. All of the above. Good. Now, right. zoom out. I need the spline. Ooh, actually no, I need the other spline. I need this spline first. Should I make these corners around? I might as well. Might as well. After all, it's not too big of a time investment. See, you thought I was doing something economically, time-wise, for once. But no. I would never do such a thing. Oops, did not mean that. Come on, there we go. What? No, I didn't mean to. What? No, this. Okay, this just needs to go over there. This needs to connect onto that. And this needs to be moved further back a little bit. There we go. Whew. Come on. There we go. And temp locked is locked. Yes, temp locked is locked. Good. Actually, I'll need this gap to be a little bit larger since you're going to be seeing it from a flat angle. I'll tell you what, since I've already put in the other two splines, I might as well put two more in here like this. Good. Well, actually, crafting the replica of a metaphorically ancient metaphorical pot. But, yeah. Phew! Now, S, AVE, exclamation mark. I see. I did not realize it was that severe. Please. I have saved. I've saved all that I can. Quickly just rebuild this little bit. I need to put the spline, the fence along there again, which means I'll need to grab the fence from over here again. Wherever I used it. I know I used it here, there we go. There we are. Lovely. What a lovely view you've got along here, apparently. Yeah, just give it a moment. Just give it a moment to load in. Right? It's here, isn't it? It is actually there, right? I didn't accidentally delete it, did I? I don't know. I might have done. I don't know. I hope I didn't. Did I? Did I accidentally delete it? I hope I didn't. What was even here? It was one of those big Hold on. Yeah, the layers, it's not on hiddens. I must have accidentally deleted it. Anyway, it was this object anyway, so... Wait, no. Hold on, what object did I just roll? Oh no, it is there! Look! What? It is there! It just genuinely wasn't displaying. Odd. Very odd. I'll save in the hopes that everything's fine. I don't know, it just didn't display the object. So, but yeah, if you look at what we previously built here in the industrial district, just let it load in for a while. Look at the amount, the density of buildings and details over here while it's still loading in. The entire thing is pretty much equally detailed, which is why this area takes as much performance as it does. Just look at the area, like the footprint of it. Look at that huge area. And then look over here to where it's just the main line going along. And then look, you've only got this tiny little bit of detailing here of buildings, and then back here you've got it looking like this basically. And that's how I want it. Now the last little detail I want to add for today's stream before I get the thumbnail is I would like to add some sort of cobblestone feature here. Although, this one looks quite good. Or maybe I should look for plaza. Although, actually I'm quite happy with this. Yeah, look at that. That's quite good. Although the road does need a little bit of a slightly different texture here so that there's a bit more contrast. Maybe a little bit more of the blue. Darker blue along here. Yeah, I think that fits. Actually, these ones need to be lower size because they've got cracks on them and the cracks shouldn't be too large. Yeah, that also helps to darken the road a little bit here. And then I need a little bit of something to get rid of some of these cracks there, just to make it a little bit lighter on that spot. There we go. A bit more contrast in there, a little bit of green in here, a little bit of green back there. I'm really quite happy with this. Plaza or promenade? Needs bollards. Maybe more of a British thing? Ah yes, lowercase textures. Oh, wonderful. Well, you'd say that, but we still need a thumbnail. Hold on, I'll increase the render distance. That should be plenty. I mean, could it be as simple as this? Probably not. Maybe from down here. Nah, I don't think that looks quite good. It is a nice tree, but I'm not sure that it would be good for a thumbnail to get people to click on thinking, oh, I wonder what exciting root building happened this time round. Maybe something like this, if the assets were to load in. Yeah, I think the assets are... Hold on. Maybe if I turn the render distance all the way down to 1.5 kilometers. And then increased it to like 3.5. There we go. Maybe increase it a little bit more so we get a bit more detail in the distance. Maybe 4, well, 6. 6, there we go. I think that's going to be a good thumbnail. Maybe even do it from a little bit higher up. Like so. Look at all that city you can see through there. We built all that. Maybe like that. Just trying to find a good balance. Yeah, one of those was probably good. Maybe this one. I think that's good. Now it's time to decrease the render distance again to stop the computer from burning. There we go. Ah, no. Emichu, can we keep it? The tree? You don't have to ask Emichu for that. I can tell you that yes, we can keep it, unless of course it is a packaged asset which needs to be removed for this to be uploaded to the TCCP program. But I think we can keep it as it's on the DLS. I think. Sitcom laughter. Are these assets somehow bugged? Log mesh not clearing? No, I think it might just be memory. There might be just so many assets here that it's running out of memory, perhaps. Although I hope that's not the case, but I think it might be. Or something. The skyline, just whoa, absolutely stunning. You missed one. You missed the 2256 one, no? What do you plan on putting between track and road? Just grassy overgrowth, the embankments? Oh, you mean between here? Probably, yeah. Just some grass with some grass plines, like I've done. Basically, I think I'm just going to put like what I've done over here, like that. Although I'm probably going to put a fence along there, because in a high-density urban area like this, you really don't want people trying to cut across the tracks by running up and over, especially on a main line like this. But yeah, probably just grass and a fence at the bottom or something like that. Mine? But can we keep Emichu? I do hope so, but in the end, it's Emichu's choice. Ah yeah, gotcha. Good idea, good idea. So that is it for today. Fixed this a little bit, added a whole lot of buildings, then re-added buildings, put in a little Easter egg over here. Oh, don't want to get too close to that Easter egg. I think it's gone a bit off. It might be a few years old already. Anyway, so did a little texture work, and that's good. So see you tomorrow for a bit more work on this. So I think tomorrow we're probably going to start working on the other side of the tracks, I think, because we've basically got this done. We just need to fill in a little bit of stuff back here, and then a little bit of stuff back there, and then we can start working on the left-hand side of the tracks, or on the right-hand side of the tracks, depending on how you view it. But yeah, we're making really good progress on this. Anyway, I'll see you next time then. So, bye-bye.